or I can do it from right here. We can do it, you know. Let's see what we got. So, hello everybody, and welcome to another video. We are working on a accessibility build for the Troubadour. Take this guy out. We can do a little gameplay, show it off, and everything. What's going on here is that I wanted to find a way to take all the things that the Troubadour has, and there's so much complexity, you know, to it, and to get out all the maximum stuff, to be able to hit instruments in a certain order and do all the things. And I kind of went down the rabbit hole, did a whole bunch of parsing, tried to figure out all of these things and everything, to better understand, you know, what was being asked of it, and then seeing what's the lowest level, what's the lowest level I could put all of this at to be able to have it functional and fun, accessible, and still be able to kill things while I'm drinking coffee. We were doing that today. And so let me show you what I got. So it's still the same setup as far as the equipment goes. All right, everything in Berserker, as much as that you can do, can be exotic, ascended, or legendary. You know, anything that you got in there. So if you just want the Berserker stats on there. And I want you to get the Rune of the Fireworks to get that extra boon duration. Because what we're doing with boon duration, all right, is that this is based off a quickness build. If you've ever heard, you know, that term of, you know, a power, quickness, you know, whatever class in there. So this is technically, if it's all full blown, I got everything, you know, rocking, it is a quickness, power quickness Troubadour in there. And a lot of wonderful builds out there and stuff, like Snowcrows has got that, you know, in there. And actually, we came up with the in our in chat here that idea of, like, you know, let's use fireworks, because there is a kind of a path towards going with that swiftness. If you don't know what, well, I can't say swiftness, but quickness. Quickness means that all of your attacks are faster, right? All your skills go faster and stuff. And it really is kind of set up for that in a way, because you have a wonderful thing called Life of the Party, where lively loot and crescendo give you boons, all right, of quickness. So your F1 and your F5 will give you quickness that you can sustain. And then if you add that to your Soul Keeper, which also does that, between the three of them, you can keep up. Here, I can knock out all of them at once. Boom, you can actually keep up that swiftness pretty much indefinitely. And so it's a great setup for if you want to be a contributing factor in quickness for your party. So that's good. So, but for doing a lot of overland stuff, you know, doing for 99% of a lot of us who just kind of, you know, want a nice, you know, relaxed build, I wanted to find something. I wanted to find something that felt as comfy as, like, the Deadeye, or maybe more close to the Engineer, because the Engineer Mechanist, with the rifle, you do hit, you know, your skills a bunch on there. With the Deadeye, you're just hitting that one, you know, in there. Probably should pick a space where this guy's not constantly popping up on me and everything, but it kind of does show me, you know, playing the build a little bit here. Let's see, is there a corner? Let's go a corner over here. There's nobody over here. I see one Inquest guy over here. Okay, so anyway, so the foundation of the build is just using the loot. If you use just the loot, all right, you will actually get most of that sustain of might, because you're going to get might out of it, you're going to get fury, and you're going to get people attacking you. All right. See, actually, that went by really quick. Oh, there's still just a little I can't see. That went up. You know, actually, exactly what I'm going to be talking about on here. So what you're basically going to have, and it doesn't matter if you're using your, I use a great sword and spear. I just like it better than going with dagger and sword. I know dagger and sword is kind of the more meta, but I like going, you know, great sword, you know, with that, because if I'm in close, I use the spear. If I'm far away, I use the great sword for the range within there. So with the spear, basically, you've got, from your 4 skills, they all just work perfectly together. You've got the Lancer, which gets you to the target. When you're at the target, you hit your inversion. What that does is that when you you do a little spin around and everything, it cleanses conditions off you, it heals you a little bit, and you do a little bit of a blur. So it's kind of like you've just dodged in, you charged in and everything, and then nobody can hit you for a little while, and you kind of shake off everything. And you're like, all right, let's fight. Then you have the wonderful combination of Mind the Gap, all right, which is that circular one that, hits everything in the area kind of thing. But while that goes off, you can actually hit your 5, all right, which does another wonderful AoE. It's probably one of my favorite looking skills, but also resets the Mind the Gap, which is great. All right, so like if I'm going in here, I'm going to use my 4 to dodge in, my 3, so now he's blurred, he can't really heal me. I get my 2, but my 5's not up yet. Okay, he's dead anyway. But then I would have used my 5, and then I would have used that. Let's do it on this guy over here. So I'm going to charge in, hit him there, 2, 5, 2. And takes everything out. So I'm not even doing my instrument stuff yet. Okay? Now, with the loot, I'm going to get a whole bunch of quickness. I'm going to get fury. I'm going to get, what are some of the other things that this gives me? Yeah, my quickness, my fury, and my might in there. So I've got that, all set up. So, I mean, there's also other things in here, but we don't even have to worry about that. It's mostly just having the life of the party. Let's now that I need an enemy, there's no enemy. All right, let's find this little guy up here. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to hit my 4, dash on in, hit my 3, so I'm going to blur for a little bit. I hit my 2, my 5, and my 2. And I'm going to take care of most things. Either they be single target or there's going to be a group of them.
I'd rather not have
all right,
to
is there a group of a couple? Oh, here's a
guy
guy over here. Let's do the same thing. 4, 3, 2, my 5's almost up, 5, and he's dead. Yeah, so really nice to do. Now, like I said, you add that in with your loot, now everything goes fast. So I still like going in with just my stuff. Okay, let's see if that, I think that golem can take a little bit more of a hit. So I go in, hit all my stuff, 5, 2, 5, and then I hit my loot. Whoop, look at that, even got the other one. Blur. Yeah, it's a really great, easy setup. The loot's going to give us that speed, which is nice if you want to see kind of the pacing. So you see kind of the speed that all that stuff goes. When I have my loot out, it's now super fast. Actually, let me do that again with the... I'll wait for all the numbers to come back up. Here we go. So if I hit that first, I'm in the middle of a thing, boom, I hit that. Now everything's just super fast. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Yeah, so that's the basic, that's the foundation. Now, you can do the exact same thing with the greatsword, because the quickness is, is to you, it's not to somebody else. So I do try to be close enough so that the loot will, hit an attacker. So I try to be in here. And you know what? A lot of people also don't know that underneath these, you've got a little red bar. It's really hard to see, but that tells you if you're close enough. Oh, here we go. We've got 2 people. Okay, then I can do my stuff. Boom. Hit my loot. Boom. Hit both of them. Let's see. There we go. There's that guy over there. Let's see if I can do this and get a group. Yeah. There we go. Oh, close enough. There we go. Now everything's a little bit faster. And the auto attacks are very, very strong. Yeah. So just wonderful. Let's find another one over here. Oh, I can do my guitar first. Oops, I didn't have it highlighted. With aim assist. The camera angle. There we go, let's get this one. He's coming right for me. Oh, he's hit me. He's getting going. And there we go. Boom. All my stuff go up super fast. And my auto attack is super fast. So lots of great damage. So yeah, really, really relaxing. Yeah. Yeah, so all I'm caring about are these. This one, if you don't know, it's the great sword. It bounces off. You've got a little AoE. The pink blade comes up from underneath, and then you got the berserker. Boom, 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 and then the loot. So yeah, very much a great foundation within that. Let's try it with these over here. There we go. So we get the loot going. Everything's gonna be nice and fast. Everything's gonna bounce off them like crazy. I'm gonna stick with my boom, boom, boom. And I'm just gonna do my auto attack. Oh, and my loot is back up. Let's use my loot. I can kill him, and I can drink my coffee. Yeah. And then right from there, so there's your baseline, as we're calling it, the baseline build. BASS line build, like music, like it. I can't take full credit for it. I wanted to take full credit. Our friend Deca Fox in our community came up with that. I said I was going to steal it, but no, I'm going to give them credit. That's a really good, I like that. It's called the baseline. There. So yeah, that's the basic thing. Just using the loot to get all this stuff. And again, I'll put this up there for you. I am using the domination. I'm using dueling. And I'm using the troubadour. So if you want to have that set up, I'll also do a copy and paste of the setup, and I'll put that in the description so that you can apply that to in-game. Still love that feature. It's just so amazing. So yeah, wonderful kind of foundation. Now from there, you can add things as you need. So again, we're thinking accessibility. We're thinking as simple as we can get. So we've already talked about how simple of just using our main skills stuff and our loot to give us a little bit of quickness and stuff. But then you can do stuff that are just situational. If you're going for a while and you don't have enough notes, well, while a loot is playing, number 7 will give you, the Soul Keeper will give you, actually some more quickness and might and fury, but it also will give you, some notes that's either isn't a note there left. Well, I'll get a note back in there. If you're doing stuff and you need more than just your heal, you've got your normal heal, but I need a little bit more, you can put into that healing here. Whoop. They pop back up. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this. I want to stun them. I need like a little break thing. It's like, oh, I can get my drum up, and I can use my F3 to, daze and confuse. Look at that. He's all dazed, so I can kill him quicker. So yeah. So all different things that you can do with this. You can add things. So again, having something that's a good baseline to be able to start with, and then to add things as you feel comfortable with the build, from anything from, doing more healing to doing more dazing, or something like that, or, adding distortion to help other players. So it's just a great foundation. And so for most of us that, aren't doing, a lot of the endgame stuff, you can just relax, have a good time, and not have to worry about, hitting a zillion buttons to be able to come on over here and say, you know what? I'm just going to take this guy out. Boom. Hit this. I kill him before I drink my coffee. I'm too quick. Yeah, for using that quickness. So, yeah. So I'm really liking it. So hopefully you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of this. If you want to check my my other video out where I do, explain all the stuff of the basic power build, and how all that works, you can check that out. And we'll have this one for the baseline quickness build, and then see how to make that into a full power quickness troubadour by using all the all the tricks and buttons and everything. So yeah, it's got a lot of range to it. That's what I think I love about the Troubadour, is that you can go in a lot of different directions. I've even seen some really incredible healer builds out there for it as well. So, all right. So enjoy. If you got any questions, please write them down below in the comments, and make sure to grab that in the description. I will put that copy and paste so you've got the build setup, so you can apply that in game for yourself. And I hope you really enjoy it. I've been having a blast with it. It's been so much fun. It's a very interesting and a very dynamic build, and I like it. And I spent a lot of time these last few days just really trying to come up with something that was accessible to a lot of people, where you don't have to hit a lot of buttons and you can still do really well on it. So I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. So enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Someone did like a loop around me. I like that. Yeah. And scene. How do we do? Soul Keeper on a loot. That's notable.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, Yam even waited. Thank you, Yam.
Good morning. Have some coffee. Oh, tea. Good morning.
I'd like 2 breadsticks, please. The name? Beldernate. Ooh, everyone wants a little bit of rainy weather. I got you. You guys getting some rainy weather? You getting some snow? I gotta make a song that's like snow. Hold on. I don't know why my music burp. My other music stopped. It did. Okay, there we go. No, the redeems don't. It's these like bits and subs and follows. Before the Christmas jukebox comes back, this is true. And Deca, did you hear me? I gave you credit for the bass line. I talked to my people. They said I had to do it. Legal reasons. Yep! You're in the video. Pillage. Yeah, this is really good, because this place is the place that was really annoying to me, because I kept on dying a lot in here. And with this setup, I'm not dying. There's even that place a little farther down. Oops, where am I? Oh, Nox. Well, the big thing is that, like, in that area they respawn so quick, and they're what am I looking for the term? Sense of where you are. Aggro. Their aggro distance like that is pretty far, and so they yeah. So I would just go around there and like things would just like overwhelm me while I was trying to do something else. Yeah, you know what? That might have been right because of the event and everything. Yep. Speaking of, we got an event over here.
I pursue the bark of the bright leaf in a race against death itself.
Excelsior, Biomancer.
Wayfinder.
Great to see you, pal. Engineer.
Actually, this is probably a better even, you know, showing of what's going on.
Brain stuff. It's no joke. They set up a security for
Again, I'm just going to use the basics. Very survivable. You've got that quickness. Dodge back in. Pudding? Why did you have to say pudding? Now, pudding actually, I don't know what that was in reference to, but oh my gosh, I want pudding now. You have popsicles, that's not really pudding. Here we go. Do this alley with all these guys in here. There we go. Now we're making it interesting. There we go. Event failed! Oh no, I didn't get to it close enough. Okay. Oh, does they say dish is done? Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here, so. Yeah. Great job. Love it. Yeah, great build. Great build. Very relaxing.
Strong.
You are strong. Well, you're hitting me from over there? I got range.
That feels good.
These little guys. When I'm a big char with all my stuff, it's hard to see everything.